Breaking news, we have some new images of what appears to be the upcoming Ford Courier compact pickup trucks. Mini trucks back? Well, according to these images, Ford is working on something. So first of all, what is a Ford Courier and what do we know? In this video, we're going to show you the spy shots that we got of the new prototype vehicle. Yeah, I know it looks like a van, but bear with me. I'll explain everything that we're seeing in these shots. We're going to talk about what we do know, stuff we're not sure about, but these new images confirm something for us. If you look at the back, you could see the suspension. So we're going to go over all those things in this video. So let's start with what we do know. Ford is developing a new small, compact, unibody-based pickup truck. And the Ford Courier name, they have already trademarked for United States. So the big question is it really coming to United States? And so far, every information we have points to yes. In January, Jim Farley, president of global markets for Ford, confirmed a new compact or small pickup truck coming to the lineup. And there is other information that suggests that this truck that will slot in the Ford lineup underneath the Ford Ranger will be available at the late 2020 as a 2021 model. We still have a couple of years to wait for this little trucklet to arrive. We do know that it's a unibody design. There's information out there that it could be based on the Ford Focus, the new Ford Focus platform. By the way, Ford Focus is not going to be in the United States, so this may be our chance to get that platform here on our shores. So why, first of all, why is Ford doing this? Why have the Ford Courier? Why have a compact truck? Well, I think they're listening to a lot of you guys out there who say trucks are getting bigger and bigger. Just look at where the current Ford Ranger that just arrived to the market is. Look at the F-150. Look at the new Super Duty truck. They're all getting bigger and more capable and more high-tech and more expensive. So we've heard a lot of comments from you guys on our channels who say, I don't want to pay, 40, 50, 60, 80,000 bucks for a truck. I want something economical, efficient, small. If I live in the city, this is the truck that could be for me. And there's nobody in this space really right now in the United States. So if Ford can bring this to the market, they could corner this market in the United States. When the Ford Courier was on sale up to 2013 in overseas market, it had quite a few competitors. For example, Chevy Montana and Fiat Toro, some of which actually still are on sale. But currently, Ford Courier name doesn't exist in the world. So let's look at the spy shots we have. Ford makes it look like a minivan. Actually, if you looked at it straight up, from the front, it may appear like a Transit Connect van that they're already selling. But we can see through this. And there's information out there to confirm this as well. So what a lot of manufacturers do when they have an early prototype that they don't want competitors to really know about, they can put other camouflage that makes it look like a different vehicle. We've seen it done with Hyundai. When Hyundai introduced the Santa Cruz concept, at an auto show years ago, another popular concept vehicle, they actually made it look like an SUV on stage, and then they took off that cover and unveiled a little pickup truck. So I think Ford is doing maybe something similar here. Yes, there's a big body, there's what appears to be a sliding rear door, and barn doors in the back. But if you look at the driver's side, there's a few things. There's a line that goes behind the cab, which is a pretty well-defined line where the truck bed could be. There's also the fuel filler door, which is sort of towards the back of the truck. If this was actually a van, a small minivan, the fuel door is actually usually right next to the driver door. There are a few clues that point into the direction of a pickup truck here. And of course, a similar prototype was caught testing a couple months ago as well. So we have some information here. So what's up with the wheels? It looks like they have some sort of sensors built into them. And we've seen several other manufacturers use a similar test equipment. For example, the Toyota Tundra had something similar. The big news today is that if you look at the rear of the spy shot, you can see, first of all, the hitch, but then an independent rear suspension. So it once again confirms that this would be a small platform, like a Focus-based vehicle with a utility bed, and it could have either 2 doors or a 4-door configuration. Now here's what we're really not sure about. It's the powertrain options. So we know that Ford has several turbocharged 4-cylinder engines, EcoBoost engines available to them. Currently the Ford Ranger is using a 2.3 liter EcoBoost, but I think this engine would be too big for this smaller vehicle. So if a Ford Courier did come to market, I think it would be a 2 liter or maybe even a smaller 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. But this vehicle needs to be efficient. I think it would be the best selling point of this particular truck, compact truck. So small turbocharged engine is the way to go. Of course, a hybrid system is another way to go, but we don't have much information about that right now. Now, what kind of capability can we expect from a Ford Courier truck? Well, it will not have a lot of towing capability. If you want towing, I mean, there's many other options in the Ford portfolio, even with the Ranger that tows 7,500 pounds or up to that amount. So I think towing would be more of a 3,500 maybe to 4,000 pounds, something like a compact crossover, maybe a little bit less even. As far as payload is concerned, I think that's a little bit more important for a vehicle like this. If it's used as a delivery truck, you still need to bring a lot of stuff with you, a lot of cargo and people potentially. So something over 1,000 pounds of payload definitely has to be in place for that vehicle to be successful. There's information once again that suggests that it will be available at the end of 2020 or even in 2021. So potentially it will arrive after the Bronco, because of course the Bronco is also coming. And the reason why I think all of this makes sense is because Ford has completely divested in cars and passenger vehicles in the United States, and they're focusing on SUVs and trucks. This is why we see the new 2020 Ford Explorer. That's why they're working on the Ford Bronco. They brought the Ranger already. They're updating their Super Duty. So we see a lot of investment in this area, and that's why I think this makes a lot of sense. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and go back to tfltruck.com for more news, views, and real-world truck reviews.